Hello, everyone. How are you? How's everyone doing today? I see some people have already started talking in the chat, which I love so much. Wayfaring Stranger says good evening from London. So we have some of our friends here, even all the way up in London, which is amazing. So that is exciting. I'm so excited to get started with you guys today. And we're going to wait a little bit just so some more of our friends can join us. But today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a reading, and it's going to be about love. So any question that you have for me about your love life, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're wondering about future relationships, or whatever question it might be, maybe it's about your soulmate, just ask the question and I will give you a reading. I do, however, I would ask that you use the little super thanks button first before you submit your question, which is like the little icon. It's the little money icon right under the chat function. So right under where you would say or type whatever you're going to chat, there's that little money button. You just press that and then put in your question and then give whatever amount you feel comfortable with, which again really will help support our channel and will allow me to continue to do these readings for you and get to spend time with you guys. So that is very much appreciated. And again, I am just so blessed to be here today with all of you and see all of your guys' lovely, well, I don't get to see your lovely faces, but I feel your spirits with me. And I feel your lovely positive energy just radiating from the chat today. So if anyone who's here can just put a little something in the chat, saying hello and just kind of, everyone getting to know each other, really getting to build that community of positivity and spiritual energy and enlightenment today. So I'm just going through some of my cards. I have a ton of cards right here today to start going through with you guys. So again, I would just ask that when you do have a question, oh, Shamila, thank you so much. You said love your readings. That is so sweet. I'm so happy. And honestly, it always just makes me so, so happy to see when you guys enjoy my readings or when they really resonate with you. I just couldn't be happier to really be helping you and to be spreading, my gifts with everyone. So I love that so much. And I really always appreciate hearing if you guys enjoy it or if you are enjoying the readings or if they're resonating with you or you feel like they're really, and it says, okay. So Sybil wants to know, will I end up with Chris? So, thank you again, Shamila. So yeah, so again, I would just like to remind everyone that if you do have a question, I am going to prioritize for the readings today, people who use the super thanks button, which again, if you haven't used that yet, it's the little money icon under the chat and you just put in your question that you have for me today and then donate whatever amount you feel comfortable with. Alex says, I've been following for a while and it's so interesting seeing how your info correlates with my own personal readings. Wow. Thank you so much, Alex. I honestly, again, I absolutely love hearing how my readings are really helping people and people really feel that, they really resonate in their own lives and can relate to them, which is so amazing too about readings in general. They're timeless and it's like everything happens for a reason and the universe wanted you to hear that message when you heard that message. Like there was a reason that you specifically chose that. And it's like your intuition a lot of the times knows you and knows all the universal energy of the future, the past, everything. It knows that better than we do and what we're conscious of. So I just think that's so interesting. So yeah, so Wayfaring Stranger, thank you so much for your contribution. Honestly, it's just, thank you. That is, again, so helpful for us and really helps support our channel to continue growing and reaching more people with these readings and allows me to continue offering you guys these free readings as well. So thank you so much. So your question is, this man I really like, I know he likes me. Will Mr. S make a move from a friend to something? Okay, so I would like to ask you very quickly, Wayfaring. So this man you like, he's a friend currently, right? The person that you are romantically interested in and engaged with. I feel like he's a friend and you're kind of wanting to know if he wants to move to something more. So let's get some cards together for you today and we will see what the cards have to say. Okay. I have so many cards over here just And then also Mel just said, I just found you through Instagram. I just requested the schedule my soulmate. Can't wait to get it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, Mel. I'm so happy to welcome you to our community of positivity and spiritual guidance. So thank you and welcome. And again, if you do have questions for me, I'm going to answer Wayfaring Stranger first. But if anyone else has more questions, just remember to use that super chat button and I will get to you next. Okay, so, and you said, yes, it is a friend. Okay, cool. So I have my cards right here. I'm just going to tap my energy into them today. Just kind of focus my intentions here, center my heart, and allow the cards to really guide me. Oh, Shamila, thank you so much. We will definitely do you right after, but I do want to quickly give Wayfaring an opportunity first. So I am shuffling the cards here, as you can see. Just trying to release any negativity, any tension. Of course, it's life. Life happens, and some days, like some mornings, are not the best, right? And we go through these emotions, we go through these things, and sometimes we just have to remember to release those things, right? So we can really focus, especially when of course, I'm doing readings. Like I really try to let go of any of that emotional, hurt or baggage that I've been carrying or have been exposed to throughout the day. So I'm really just trying to release that right now so I can really focus my intentions on you, Wayfaring Stranger. So shuffle it one more time. Okay, now I'm cutting it based on my intuition here. And the first card that I'm choosing for you today is, okay, so this is very crazy to me. It's so interesting. It always amazes me. It continues to amaze me. The first card we pulled for you is the reunion. So soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. It literally says friendship right here. Just as you have already stated today, that you are starting as friends. So this kind of just establishes where we are at right now, right? There is that strong collaboration. There's that strong friendship between the two of you. And you have that, partnership, and you've established that friendship. But let's continue to look at the cards and see where this could potentially go in the future. So we really want to know here, we really want to know if this friend can be potentially something more, right? And do they feel the same way? Will they move anything beyond the friendship is really what we're trying to get to here. So our next card, I'm selecting. Okay, our next card is, okay, break the chain. So it says ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So what I'm feeling here is that breaking the chain is breaking through something. So we almost kind of want to really break down, it's kind of what I'm feeling here is that we want to go beyond what we're comfortable with. And I feel like what you're comfortable with right now is your current relationship with this man. And it's honestly really feeling like to me that, is he going to make a move or is it going to be you to make the move? And honestly, what I'm feeling here is that honestly, right now, I feel that it might be you who needs to make the move here. It's not that he doesn't have these feelings or that this relationship couldn't develop past friendship, because I strongly believe it can. And, it will, but I do believe here that you almost want to not let this fear that's holding you back from expressing your feelings to your friend and to this man allow you to stop yourself from really expressing how you feel, because, life is too short. And there's nothing more important than telling the people that we care about them. Because yes, sometimes it does hurt our pride and sometimes we get hurt when we're honest about our feelings, but isn't expressing your feelings to someone that you care about, isn't the reward just so much more worth it than the risk itself? And, even if he doesn't reciprocate your feelings, even though I strongly feel like he is going to, because I already see the potential here, since the universe is saying that to break the chain of what your current relationship is, I do think that even if he were to reject you, worst came to worst, so what, because you made that move, you took that risk and that chance to allow your relationship to establish to something more. And the amazing, amazing relationship that can follow and the intense passion and love that can be a result of your relationship is so much, it's just worth so much more than just being a little embarrassed for a few seconds and being honest with yourself and being honest with your feelings, because there's no point in holding on to that false sense of pride. And, we feel how we feel, right? And we can't really control that. So just being honest with yourself and honest with the people that you have these intense feelings for, I think is important. So I believe that, he may not make the move, but I believe that it is important for you to make the move in this situation here. And then, and I just got your chat, Shamila. Don't worry, you are right next after we are done with this reading here. So our next thing, so our next card that we just pulled is the Great Mother. So surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. So what I feel like this really means here is that surrendering. So you are going to be surrendering to your feelings by expressing your feelings to him. And in turn, he is going to fall into your arms. So as you can see here, there's a little bit of a openness and an exposure of vulnerability. So I really believe the key here for you and your relationship, Wayfaring Stranger, is to be honest and to be open here, okay? And to really allow yourself to be vulnerable, be open to that chance of surrendering your feelings to this friend and going from there. I'm going to pull one more card just to kind of have a better idea of where the future of this relationship is headed. So, okay. This is very interesting. So we have the crumbling. So it says, what are you clinging on to? I believe that this is part of the reason you may not necessarily want to express how you feel to this person, because I honestly feel that there's a very big chance here that you're clinging on to something, whether it's fear, maybe the fear of rejection. And you see, you're clinging on to that when the future and the positivity that your relationship can have is amazing. As you can see, past this terrifying storm that you're going through, there's this light and there's this, beautiful, beautiful atmosphere beyond that. So if you really trust, if you really open up to him, then you will be able to look past, this crumbling and these fears that you're clinging on to currently in the relationship. And there's definitely potential for a positive romantic relationship to ensue. So I believe in this situation, I definitely would be the first to admit my feelings and to kind of look past your fears that you're clinging on to and just be very open in the situation. So I hope that helped answer your question. Thank you so much. And now we're going to get on to Shamila. So Shamila says, hi, Megan. So I truly love Jade. We have a daughter. I had a tough year last year and my depression got us separated. I'm so sorry. That is so hard. He met someone who just took over his life. Will we end up together married? Okay. So, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. And, just know that life can sometimes be so hard and so difficult. But, I'm happy that, you are able to see that this could be someone that you still care about deeply. And even though you went through that rough patch, love endures those things, right? And I really believe that your relationship can potentially endure these challenges that you've experienced and you've had. And, some of the best relationships are the ones that have had bumps in the road, it's only made you stronger. So let's look and see what the cards have to say though first, before we can really say anything definitively here about your future with Jade and your marriage. So, the first thing I would actually like to do is, and again, I'd like to remind everyone, whoever wants to go next, just to use that thanks, super thanks button under the chat, and then submit your question for my next reading there. So, Shamila says twin flame something. Okay, so I will also get that answer to you as well, Shamila. First, I just really felt called to do this. I'm going to actually write down Jade's name. And I'm going to write down, I'll show you guys as I'm doing it. I'm writing it down right now. So, and then, okay, so sometimes, again, just writing something into existence really makes it more powerful. So as you can see, I'm writing Jade's name. Oops, it's a little bit of it might be reflecting back at you. but I'm writing Jade's name. I'm writing marriage, question mark, and I'm writing twin flame, question mark. Again, it takes a lot of energy. That's why I'm breathing in that positivity, because I want to keep my energy flowing. I want to keep my energy positive here with you guys today. And I just want to continue to really feel what the universe, what God, what the angels and the spirits are telling me here today. So anyway, I'm going to rip off this piece of paper here. Okay. And then here, see, we have Jade's name, we have marriage and twin flame. So I'm going to actually place this at the front of my card pile today. There's a few more cards. It's funny because sometimes I really just have to follow how I'm feeling in these readings. So all of a sudden, like, I just felt my intuition literally telling me, they're like, Megan, you need to get all the cards. So it's just so funny how I'm guided by that. I just think it's kind of interesting because, like, literally in my mind right now, I just kind of want to walk you through what's going on with me. My mind was like, you need to get all the cards for this reading for Shamila. So I'm going to listen, right? So I am gathering a ton more cards to go through here with you. Because again, I felt called to do that. Okay. So now we have a much bigger stack here. Oh, see, this is so crazy. Like, literally, again, in my head, it was like, you still need more cards to shuffle. So I'm just going to listen. Honestly, like, I am just, I'm just a tool that's been given a gift. And, I want to use that to help people. So that's kind of the process, just so you guys know my honest, what's honestly going on right now with me. And also, just so you guys know, as I'm going through these cards and everything, if you have another question for me, just make sure to use that button and then I'll see it and it will be popped to the front so I can go and do that reading next. So just so you guys know. Okay. And then, okay, great. So now I feel good. See, now I feel very good about all these cards that we have here. And see, we have a pretty big stack now. And I'm putting my intention right here. And I'm going to just kind of meditate and center my intentions here on whether, whether this is a twin flame or a marriage. And we'll hopefully get our question answered. So I'm just going to start shuffling the cards. Again, just going with my intuition. Jade. I'm also this is another thing that I'm doing. For example, I'm literally like picturing Jade in my mind, like, and just kind of, resonating on that name and just thinking, marriage, twin flame, marriage, twin flame. Just so you guys get an understanding. Here's this. Hopefully, I definitely want to order a table pretty soon that I can use for these lives with you guys. So I can have a table that works right here for these lives to make things a little bit easier so you guys can see what I'm doing with the cards. So here we go. I'm still just shuffling. Okay. Shuffling. Okay. I'm breathing through. Okay. Okay. Right here is the first card we're going to choose for you, Jade. So our first card here is Mother Rose for Jade. Okay. Returning to each other. I can't even, I swear I get amazed every time. The first card we chose for you is returning to each other, compassion, humanity. That is unbelievable to me. So right here, it's very obvious to me that you guys are going to return to each other. You, Shamila and Jade, are going to return to each other, and you're going to most likely, get married. I really strongly believe here, because again, there's going to be that compassion and humanity. So even though you went through this tough time that may have caused some pain and some heartache in your relationship, I strongly believe, as you can see, that there's going to be compassion here. And Jade may realize, himself, that there's going to be, this mercy and this understanding that people go through things, right? And basically there's going to be returning to this. There's going to be forgiveness. There's going to be understanding and mercy and compassion. And you are going to be, okay, I feel this right now very strongly here, reunited, just as in this beautiful rose. And you are going to become one. In which way? I believe marriage, but let's continue to look at the cards and really get more clarity here. But you're definitely returning to each other. I believe that will also result in marriage, but I just want to look at a few more cards just to for sure clarify. But how crazy is it that the universe literally told us right from the get-go that returning to each other was the first card we pulled? That's just beyond me. That's just beautiful. And I just love being able to just convey this knowledge to you guys. Okay, so next card we're going to pull here. Let's see, I'm pulling at random. Okay. So this is interesting. Oh, thank you. I know the first card, Shamila, like I'm just as like amazed as you. Like that's just so much. Like that tells us so much. But this is interesting here because the next card we're pulling here is Warrior Woman. And this might be shocking at first, but honestly, I already feel like I understand what and why this is. And it says, have you answered your deepest calling? So the thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is I believe that you guys are going to be together and you're going to be married already. From our first card, it indicates that, right? Right here, though, I'm feeling a little bit like I want you to not, how do I say this? So I don't want you to abandon yourself, and I don't want you to, I don't want you to neglect your beliefs. Like, I don't want you to sacrifice who you are or what you believe in order to make this work. Like, this is going to work and this is going to come together. But just having that strength and that inner strength of knowing yourself and knowing your deepest calling and loving, yourself, just having that, like, that's how this is naturally going to come together. So what I'm feeling here is just like your other card shows us here is that you being strong in who you are and being strong in the fact that, yes, you did struggle with depression, and depression is so hard. And, we all have struggles, right? That we go through, and we have times. Sometimes we say things we don't mean to people we love, right? I mean, I do that. I say things out of emotions or this or that. And then I think about it and it's like, I didn't really mean that thing. That wasn't me, talking there. That's not my true soul. And that can happen. But the thing is here is just being strong in ourselves and who we are and knowing who we truly are. And yes, we all make mistakes. Yes, we all go through struggles and we go through sad times and bad times and we go through struggles that are terrible and hard and challenging. But even through those struggles and challenges, knowing ourselves and standing up for what we truly believe in is so important. And, I believe that you finding that inner strength to understand that you went through something, but that doesn't define you, that doesn't define the amazing person and soul that you are. And you are so worthy of this love and this relationship. Just knowing that and being strong in that, I believe, is what's going to lead to the Mother Rose, to returning to each other, to this compassion and to this humanity. So this honestly already kind of really paints the picture here, I feel like, for this, for you, Shamila. So, I mean, I'm so happy for you. I think I'm going to select one more card just to kind of get even more clarity for you here, especially because, again, that was just so generous of you. And so I'm so thankful. Thank you so much again for that donation to us. That's just means so much to me and allows me to continue to help people. And the fact that you just said, that, yes, I feel like this is my lesson right now. Like, that makes me so happy that, knowing that I'm able to really affirm that which is inside you and how that that's true. So that really is just very, very touching to me as well. So thank you. And let's just pull one more card for you, Shamila. And then I wanted to let you guys also know in the chat. And also I'm seeing some people saying hello from Ohio, all these great questions. But I do have to prioritize the next person who uses Super Chat. So if you have a question you'd really like to get answered today, definitely make sure to use that Super Chat button and I will definitely prioritize you. So just so you guys know, just so I can continue doing these readings in the future. So Shamila, let's see. Okay. So, oh, wow. Okay. So we have, again, the rose is a very big theme for you, because just as we had Mother Rose, and then we had standing up and remembering yourself and having that inner strength, our last card for you is Temple of the Rose. So there's this ancient power, there's this expression, and this activation. So honestly, this is very telling to me right now. This kind of answers all of your questions here, Shamila, because they are truly your twin flame. As you can see here, there is a mirror in this image, and they're kind of mirroring each other. But the way that this is activated, just as the card says, this ancient power, again, you've been twin flames forever, because time is man-made. Time is a man-made concept. We think that time is real, but honestly, things such as love and, our souls are like themselves are eternal. So this is honestly showing that you have been destined for this person. You've been destined for them, Shamila, and this person has always been and will always be your twin flame. But in order to activate that, just as we look back at all the cards, so in order to, this is kind of cool, we can kind of see here. You see how this is kind of the end of the journey. This is the marriage that you had been hoping for and is confirmed here. Then this is what you need to do to get there, right? And this is also, again, kind of in between those two. So it's like showing once you do this, once you have this inner strength and you know this, then basically it will activate, just as this card says activation, it will activate what has always been and what will always be, which is that they are your twin flame, that Jade's your twin flame. And you had to activate that within yourself, just as it says here, ancient power, expression, activation. So you're activating that within yourself. And just as if you guys can see the cards here, she's meditating, she's activating, she's looking within herself and finding that inner strength in order for the two twin flames to come together. Do you see that? It's kind of beautiful, right? So she's looking within, and then just kind of as Warrior Woman kind of points out here. And then there's the two twins, which are able to then go to our first card we pulled here, which is Mother Rose. And it almost, you can kind of see here too, that this is Temple of the Rose to get to Mother Rose. And Mother Rose says, returning to each other, compassion and humanity. So that's how you will return to each other and come together in marriage. So this confirms the twin flame. This confirms the marriage. And this shows what you need to do to get there is, find that inner strength and know that, what you went through doesn't define you, and it doesn't define your relationship, because again, the best relationships do go through ups and downs, but it does not mean that it cannot be that the twin flames unite in marriage. So I hope that really helped you there. I believe that was a beautiful reading. Every time I do these, I'm just filled with so much joy and so much, I feel this like spirit within. So it just seems beautiful. And I'm so happy again for you, Shamila. And thank you again so much for your donation. So guys, again, I just want to remind you all of you lovely souls today, just to use the power thanks button, which is the little button. It's like, looks like a little money icon, honestly. And it's right under the chat function. Just whatever amount you feel comfortable with. Again, no pressure, but that is normally the questions that I'm able to do readings for. Oh, thank you, Shamila. Shamila says thank you, which is amazing. If no one decides to do that, then I will take someone else's question and do a reading on that. But then if someone does, of course, donate any amount, which helps our channel and helps us a lot, so I can keep doing this stuff, then I will have to take that next. So let's see what some of you guys had to say today. So I'm feeling like Anna Kay is really calling to me here. Let's read what's going on with Anna Kay. So Anna Kay says, hi, I don't know what to do. The man that I love is in a relationship with someone else, and now we are not speaking. So how should I go about this? Because he's planning on moving away. I'm so sorry, Anna Kay. I just feel like I'm an empath. I don't know if drop a comment in the chat if any of you guys are empaths too. I love meeting fellow empaths, but I'm definitely an empath. And when I hear like everyone's, situations and stories, like I'm always like very emotional about it. And that's why people don't understand, but it definitely is, it takes a lot of energy, but I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. but I feel very empathetic towards your situation, Annika. So you don't know what to do. The man you are in love with is in a relationship with someone else, and now we are not speaking. So how should I go about this because he's planning on moving away? Well, again, first of all, I want you to know that all of my sympathies and empathy is with you right now because that is so hard. Seeing someone that you love be with someone else can just be one of the most painful things in the world, right? It's almost like we're like little children again, you know. we're so sometimes it can just be so hurtful, so hard to love someone that you can't be with, right? So let's see here. And then you said, I don't know, but he is always on my mind. Okay. I completely understand that. And then where do I go from here? I really am excited. I just love. Oh, and also, Shamila, thank you so much. Thank you again. Thank you. That is really sweet of you. You just donated some more after you enjoyed your reading. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. And I really, really appreciate it. And we all appreciate it here on the team. So thank you. So Annika, I'm going to write your name down if that's okay. You don't have to tell me the name of him, but I just kind of want to write your name down just to kind of manifest that into existence right now in my notebook. So I'm going to write your name. But honestly, I completely understand where you're coming from, Annika. Like, I've had a very similar situation before, and that's always so hard, you know, to have that and to have that heartbreak almost. It is a heartbreak in a way, right? So I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. And just know that I understand and I completely empathize with you in your situation. So I hope we can get some clarity here for you. So I wrote your name right here. I'm actually going to, here we go. Okay, so here's your name. And, oh, also thank you, Furnace Girl. I will get to you right after I'm done with Annik's reading, but thank you so much for your kind contribution. And we will get to you next, I promise. So thank you. So we're going to take our cards here. I'm going to put your name right here. I'm going to start shuffling the cards. Then first, I'm going to knock your name, just so you know what I'm doing, because just so it can be on camera. I'm knocking my energy into the cards. Annika, we will definitely figure this out for you, okay? Because I think, honestly, I already feel very like I understand. Sometimes it's like, it's weird because it's different, you know, different cases are so different. Each reading is different. And I already feel like I understand what's the case for you, Annika, without even seeing the cards. But let's just draw some cards just to clarify what I'm already intuitively gathering here, what I think's going to be your future relationship and connection. But I really already feel very strongly that I know that. So I'm selecting a card for you right now, Annika. Okay. So the first thing here is the sun. Okay. So what I really believe here that this means for this reading is this person, when you're with him, there's just so much joy. It's like he lights up your life in a way. Like every day that you're with him or talking to him or, you know, around this person, just it's brighter, right? It just gets brighter. It's like it lights up your soul almost, right? And life force. That's literally what we were just talking about here. And there's that success and vitality. And he is a sun sign too, Annika says. So that is amazing. That really makes a lot of sense here too. I was sensing there was some, you know, connection between the sun and him directly. I don't know necessarily if I was thinking it was either he was a sun sign or he's moving to a place where the sun is present. That's kind of what I was getting. So that helped with the clarity there. But yeah, so he does light up, I feel like, but I also felt, you know, very strongly here. And I feel that he does light up your soul in a way. And you feel kind of a connection with him that's very different than anything you felt with other people. That's another thing I feel like called to say here. So I'm going to set your card right here. And here we're going to go. I already feel, okay. This is your next card. Okay. Wow. So yes, he does. Yes. Wow. Okay, Annika. And you said yes, yes. Okay, great. So the rose thread is the next card we get. So I already kind of completely understand what is happening from this card. It says inner call, soul led, the mystic, living courageously. So it's already very clear to me. And I actually got this intuitively before we began even selecting cards. You guys are soulmates, okay? You guys do have a soul connection. I already felt it. It's very strong because I felt it already completely. Before we even started pulling cards, I felt it. So there's definitely a soul connection between the two of you. But the question we really want to get to is, will you be able to overcome this? Will you be able to overcome the fact that he's moving, the fact that he's with another person, with another person, and whether, you're definitely his soulmate. And that much is very true. But sometimes the hard part is our soulmates aren't always necessarily, sometimes we have multiple. But I'm trying to kind of distinguish here if this is someone you're destined for. I feel like that is, but let's just do one more card. And I do have, because I do have a few people. And thank you so much, Shelly. Thank you. I will get to you right after. I have 2 people now who have so kindly decided to donate. So we do have to end your reading pretty soon, Anna Kay, but I still want to give you as much time as possible. Okay, so this is our last card for you, Anna Kay. Okay. So this really provided a lot of clarity here. He is, he lit up your life. He was the sunshine. He was a soulmate. You have that soul connection. That's why you always are constantly thinking about him. That's why he's always on your mind, okay? Our last card, though, however, is release the petals. And it says transformation, death, and rebirth, shedding, all change. So I'm sorry to say, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I don't want you to take this in a bad way, Anna Kay, but I do believe that even though you have this soul connection and, he's been on your mind, and it's just, I think what's best for you right now is to really, to let go of this relationship and to know that he was still your soulmate, and the amount of love you have for him, that doesn't change. That doesn't mean that it's not true any longer. You can love someone and not ever be with them. That's very true. And I feel like that can be the case. That's the case for you, Anna Kay, is that, maybe I think you may have someone who's another soulmate of yours that's even more destined for, they're all both equally destined, but your true love, right? The one that's really going to fulfill you and honor you and is going to be the perfect one for you. Okay. But I do believe here that it may be time to let him go. And honestly, this kind of just came to me as well. Not only that, and again, I don't want you to think like it's so easy. It's so hard. And I don't want you to feel like I'm, saying that it's not, because it is so hard. But I feel like right now is what just kind of came to me it just really came into my intuition that it's not necessarily you have to let go of him forever. That just it just came into my mind very, very loudly, that you don't need to necessarily let go of him forever. But for right now, I want you to really focus on yourself and focus, like, don't let him affect you finding love. But I don't want, actually, you know what? This is funny because sometimes it just corrects me. I don't want you to fully just give him up forever. Like, I don't want you to think there's no hope at all, because that's not what I'm saying at all, actually. What I'm saying is for now, I need you to release, and just focus within, but I don't mean that that's forever. Okay. There's still, this hope and possibility that the two of you, which you do share a soul connection, can be together, but it just is not the right time right now, if that helps. And honestly, the best thing to do isn't focus on him. Just try to focus as much on yourself and building other relationships in your life. And then when it is destined to be, it will be. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that was more clear for you, Anna Kay. Again, I'm so sorry for your situation. I know it's so hard, but just know that whether it be him in the future or whether it be someone even better, you have a person that you're destined for. Okay. And just because right now it's not the right time, it doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. Okay. So I hope that helped a little bit. So do not give up hope either way, but I just also want you to be able to focus on yourself and release, so it's good for you as well. Okay, so our next person is Furnace Girl. So thank you so much, Furnace Girl. So it says, you said, pretty sure I'm with my twin flame right now after a couple karmic lessons. I would really like to know for sure. I've been friends with him for over 20 years. That's beautiful. And honestly, what I find too is that some of the best relationships, some of the best, most passionate and loving relationships, and most romantic of all, come from friendships. Because again, when we're friends with someone, we really build that's we just get to know them so well. We build that trust and that emotional, intimacy with them. And I kind of talk about this in a few of my other videos, but emotional intimacy is so important. It's so important, and people often overlook it and go straight into physical intimacy. But emotional intimacy is part of what makes being intimate with someone so amazing. So you believe you're with your twin flame after taking karmic lessons, and you've been friends for 20 years. And then you say, I'm just trying to see. Oh, and then Marlene, okay, I'm going to write your name here on my paper. It's really helping me direct my energy for this reading today. So again, I'm writing it down here. Oops, I have some stuff. Okay, so, and also everyone drop a comment how your day's been going so far. Has it been nice outside? How's everything going for you guys? I'd love to hear. Because again, I think, as a community, as we continue to pour in our positivity and our energy into each other, that's just really going to help everyone. It's going to help continue to raise the vibration of this community and of the universe itself. So it was actually beautiful. I was actually talking to one of, my mentors this morning, and he told me that basically, like, everything that we do has an effect. This is actually beautiful. I do really quickly want to share this. Everything that we do has an effect on the universe. So he was saying to me that he's like, Megan, like, if you do something that's negative, it's not just going to negatively impact you and your soul, but it's going to impact the entire universe. And I thought that was very powerful. And I was like, you're right. Like, how is it that I overlook that I don't realize sometimes that my actions not only affect me, but they affect literally the entire universe. And, that's kind of part of it. It's like things don't just, energy is neither created nor destroyed. That's part of all of this, right? And part of, all of life itself. And just knowing that, and knowing that we can continue to make and manifest positivity within our community, and we can create change in that way. It's just a beautiful thing. It's a very freeing thing and powerful thing. And I'm going on a tangent here, but I just want to say that that's one of the reasons that I do write this into existence. Oops, there I have like some stuff. I do write this into existence for a reason, because again, I'm tapping into that energy, tapping into that positivity. And again, I believe by writing this and supporting each other in the community, it has such a big impact. Okay. So Marlena Jarvis. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So I have your name written here, or the name of your twin flame. So I have it written here. I'm going to fold this a few times. And I'm going to place it at the top of my deck today. I'm going to knock my intention into the deck. Three is a very spiritually powerful number, by the way, too. That's sometimes I don't always feel called to do three, but three is always a good number to use. So, and I'm shuffling here. If you can see, I'm just cutting the deck here multiple times, and I'm spreading this out right now. So as you can see, I really want you guys to see, but at the same time, I really don't. I want to feel it within. So I also want to okay, this card definitely is your first card right here. You can see I'm selecting this. Okay, so our first card for you is After the Rain. So it says silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, acceptance. So I believe that this is relevant in that there's a sense of things are going to get even better within your relationship, okay? Because again, you guys are twin flames, you've been friends, but it's going to progress into something much more than that. there is a rainbow. So what is a rainbow symbolic of? It's symbolic of hope, right? It's like after the rain, after the storm, things will get better. And I believe since we are setting our intention of this relationship today, it's like I almost believe, honestly, I know you said, we've been friends and you guys are twin flames, but I just very strongly believe that you guys have gone through a little bit of challenges in your relationship, even though you guys have stayed friends. And maybe I'm wrong here, but I just really feel like there's been a few ups and downs because again, I see in the cards here the waves, and your relationship is kind of going upward though. Okay. You're going into the rainbow, you're going into the light. So there's definitely a lot of soul connection. There's a lot of potential in this relationship to really grow, And I believe that this is it's a good relationship. Honestly, it's a very positive relationship. There's a lot of, again, hope for this relationship and a lot of positivity in the future for this relationship. But I do believe that I have seen a little bit of turmoil in the beginning. Okay. And that's very normal with your twin flame, because when you are with your twin flame, it's a reflection of yourself and it's a reflection of your soul. So it's almost like, at least in my experience and working with, many people who've met their twin flames, basically when you meet your twin flame, it's not always going to be super easy. Okay. Sometimes they're going to drive you so crazy and they will compliment you in the best ways, but they will also, be able to get on your nerves in certain ways as well. Right. Because they will know you so well. You're part of the same soul. So again, they'll have that soul connection with you, but it will also cause conflict occasionally. And that's why in some of the most beautiful romances and, stories that we hear, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys have ever read the book Wuthering Heights. Maybe I'm a geek, but I loved literature growing up and, I loved writing and reading, and Wuthering Heights was one of my favorite novels because I've also always been, a romantic by heart. And, I have always loved, fairy tales, and I've loved romantic novels and all that stuff. But anyway, Wuthering Heights, if you haven't read it, it's a very, very good book. And it's a beautiful classic novel about twin flames, actually. So that's another thing that's really amazing is that, Heathcliff and Catherine in the novel are twin flames. And if you see throughout the novel, they do not have it's not always easy. Their relationship is not easy at all. It's very, like just in the card, it can be very volatile, like just the waves crashing in the ocean, But again, just like how they are twin flames in the book, I believe that you are twin flames, and things though are going to start getting to the peaceful side of this relationship and of this journey that you guys are experiencing together. So I believe that, sometimes there can be this conflict in these twin flame relationships, but I also believe that you're going to be coming to the light. You're going to be coming to that peaceful energy and that spiritual energy in the connection that you've always had with them. So I'm going to pull another card for you and then get some more clarity here. So, oh, and you said, wow. Okay. I'm just reading now. This is amazing. And it says, yes, I knew it is his daughter. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. I knew it. His daughter. Yep. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to start crying now. I'm so sorry. That's so hard. And she loved, I'm sorry. I'm tearing up now. I'm going to start crying. The fact that his daughter loves rainbows, and like, that's like symbolic too, that she's part of your guys' relationship. Like she's not like gone from this relationship. Like she's part of you and like part of your twin flame journey, like, and part of your soul, even though that she's not with us on an energetic level any longer. She's still with us and still with both of you. And she's literally that rainbow that's in this twin flame relationship. Like I'm literally shaking. Like, I don't know if you can see, I'm like shaking because it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. So I'm really happy that caused you clarity. See, I'm choking up here. I'm so happy that caused you clarity. And it says it's eerie. Months have gone by, seeming like weeks. Wow. Okay. Whew. This is why I love doing this. This is why I love doing this and helping you guys and just really providing this confirmation for you guys. Again, I just thank you so much got goosebumps. Shelly said, yeah, I know. I did too. I literally am like, Whew, I was so close to just bawling on camera right now because that is just so beautiful. I'm so happy for you. I'm so, so happy for you. And I'm so happy that this helped. So thank you. I'm so happy. I should move on to our next, to Shelly now. And then let me double check what Shelly's question is. Okay, she said, "Hi, Megan." And thank you again, Shelly. Thank you so much for all of your support and your love. And I'm just excited to get this reading started for you today. So it says, "Hi, Megan. My question is, I'm going through stuff with my previous employer of 10 years. Will the outcome be in my favor?" Okay. Now, I don't know why this is kind of what came to my attention. Is there any, I'm just curious here, Shelly, is there any like romantic tension between you and your employer or any romantic history at all? You don't have to answer that if you don't feel comfortable, but I don't know why this just came to my mind. Okay. And let me walk okay. So let me write the name down for you, Shelly. I may be totally off here, but I just want to receive more clarification on the intention that I'm setting. Wait, there is? Like, it's so funny because like I always like, even though I've been doing this for so long, it's still like every time I'm always like, and it's like, because it's, again, just it's always amazing. Okay, so yeah, so there is. Okay, I felt that right from the get-go. Wow, that's crazy, Shelly. So I'm going to write down the name right now, Michelle Walker. So I'm writing it down right now. That's so funny because that's the first thing that just came very clear. And I was like, I'm going to have to ask. I'm going to have to ask, but I really feel that strongly. So yeah, because I definitely feel that there was definitely some of that romantic tension in the past. It's not, I already feel, and sometimes this happens in certain readings and others, it doesn't always happen, but I already feel very strongly that, it hasn't always been very like a clear cut. Like I'm seeing like a path, like, and it's like almost like kind of like picturing like a path. And it's like, there's so many different like obstacles, if that makes sense. Not obstacles, but it's like, it's not a clear cut path is what I'm seeing with your relationship already. Like I already feel that. And okay, so you're going through some stuff with your previous employer of 10 years and then Michelle Walker. Okay. Okay. But I just feel like there's definitely a lot of complications. It's not an easy pathway that you've been walking with this employer and in this relationship. It's been very like muddy almost in a way. I feel like that's the word for it. It's like muddy. It's a little confusing. It's like, are we this? Are we that? It's like, it's hard to see where you guys stand. See, this is, again, I haven't pulled the cards yet, but I just already feel this very strongly, feel this and see this image in my head. So, okay, so so I wrote the name here, as you guys can see, and I'm going to fold this. This is so weird. It's like, I'm trying to like walk you guys through my process here, but like literally in my brain, it was like, fold it 8. It was like, fold it. So it's 8 times. Like that literally just told me to do that. So I'm going to do it. So, okay. So, okay. Fold it again. It really wants me to fold it a lot here. Okay. Okay. So I don't know why 8. Okay. 8 was just coming to my head. So folded it 8. So it's 8 times folded. We're going to put it on top of the pile here. This little thing. I don't know. And then like the other time I felt like 2 times. Like it was just weird. It's just, you got to go with your intuition. You got to go with, with what I believe, is the angels, the spirits, God guiding me through this reading. So I'm going to knock my energy into it 3 times. Because again, 3 is a spiritually powerful number. Has a lot of spiritual meaning and power behind it. If you guys are just getting started with numerology and with, understanding numbers and understanding basically, the powers of numbers and angel numbers, I definitely would advise that you start simple, but I would start, just using certain numbers that are super powerful at first. Obviously 1 is super powerful, 111. I also think that 3 holds a lot of power. And, 7, definitely. Those are the numbers that I would start with really meditating on if you're getting kind of started with the whole numerology and angel number thing. For me, and I haven't really told you guys this story yet, but And I mean, I'm a talker, so I could keep going on, but there's a certain number that for me is like my main angel number. I see it every single day. And there's a whole story about that. And I think I'll even make a YouTube video because it's a kind of a long story, but I see 316 every day. And also if you guys could just comment, like, you don't have to do this, but if you could comment like 316, that would be like the showing your support in a way too, because again, like that's my special angel number. That's all, all of my spirits and angels and everything like that. All of my heavenly, friends, they always show me 316 every single day. I look at the clock at 316 and it's always sending me a message from above. So that's kind of my special number. But if you guys have any special numbers too, definitely comment those because again, I love that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Datfish Cal. Thank you. Oh, and also just for, thank you, Christine. I just, again, like, I love that. Like, it just is very meaningful to me. And thank you, Monica. Thank you for showing your support in that way with me. And Lisa. And also whoever wants to go next, just remember to use that super thanks because again, it helps me be able to keep doing this with you guys. So, oh, yours is 11, which is very, very spiritually powerful. Like that's definitely one of the big ones for sure. And one of the ones I would also agree, I've actually been seeing, Monica, that's funny you said that. Again, I'm just shuffling as we're going. Oh, Shelly, thank you. And like basically, oh, and also Shelly, I wanted to say, as I'm focusing right now on your reading here, that it's crazy because remember I said, that's so crazy that I knew it was a muddy relationship because I felt that initially and like right from the beginning here, that there was that real like romantic tension and like that muddy and the fact that you were like very muddy. I love again when people confirm, because it's just such a miracle, honestly. So this is the first card for you, Shelly, about your relationship and about the situation you're going through with your employer. So, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll explain what's happening right now. So the first card that I pulled is Healing the Mother line. So at first I was like, what? I'm like, how? And then it kind of became clear because it says healing ancestral work. This is a work relationship. That makes a lot of sense. It's literally confirming what we were just talking about with the work. And then it says mother line growing up. So then as soon as I heard growing up, I was like, okay, first the work. And then the growing up is like, I feel like there's definitely some almost immaturity in this situation or in this relationship that you've been dealing with. Like, it's almost like someone keeps kind of playing games a little bit here. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And that's kind of what I feel like the cards are saying here is that like, there's a lot of like, again, there's a lot of dancing around things or like subtly hinting things and like almost kind of like playing games with like emotions and hearts and things. Like it's definitely not, it's not straight and narrow of a path, just kind of like we were already talking about. And I already felt intuitively before this reading began. It's like, it's muddy. It's, I also feel like this is another vision that just kind of came to my head here is like spider webs, almost kind of like it's just, very like, it's up and it's down and like very roller coaster like almost. And there's this immaturity. There's this sense that, if things are to work out, someone within this dynamic, I believe it's the employer, honestly, like that's kind of what I'm feeling, or the person you're working with is what I mean to say. They need to do a little bit of soul searching themselves and really kind of growing up as in like they need to kind of be more mature in the situation. Mature in also, not only mature in like accepting their feelings and stating their feelings, not mature necessarily in the way in like a traditional sense, but mature in the way that it's not fair to you necessarily to kind of be playing with your emotions in this way. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I don't know if that kind of spoke to you in your situation, but that's really what came to my heart and came to my soul. So I will pull another card. And I also wanted to say, I'm going to do one more reading for today's live, just, and then if you guys want yours to be the last reading, just to, oh, okay. Can I be next? Afsani, is that correct? I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Yes, my employer, and yes, very much a roller coaster. Wow. Wow. That's just amazing. And then, Afsani. So if you could just maybe donate whatever amount you feel comfortable with the super chat, then I can take yours next. But whoever uses the super chat function, which is like the little like dollar sign thing under the chat, and then you ask your question with that, and then that helps me be able to do these, you know, and keep doing them in the future. So then you're going to ask your question for the reading, and then whoever does that, I will do for the last reading for today. So again, and I just want to say super grateful. Thank you so much for everything. And I seriously appreciate it so much when you guys do contribute and support. So it really allows me to do what I love and to help you guys and help provide readings. So that's crazy. So Shelly, you said, yes, you and your employer are very much a roller coaster. That's what I was definitely feeling from the start here. So our next card for you is, okay. So our next card is the Sacred Waters. So it says nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. So because of this roller coaster you're going on, okay, because of how, you know, muddy these waters have been, it's almost like the universe is telling me here and telling you that they want the waters to be cleared. They want this mud, you know, to kind of dissolve. You see how beautiful and crystal clear this water is here? You can kind of see. And it's like this replenishment, this nourishment, this, you know, care, self-care. So honestly, what I'm feeling very, very much so is not necessarily that you should, I just want, this is very obvious to me now. It just came to my attention very much what is going on here. So I really want you to make sure you are taking care of yourself in this dynamic, in this relationship, in this situation with your employer, okay? Or employee. I forgot if you said coworker or employer, but was it your employer or your coworker? I know it's someone, again, work related. Even the angels confirm that. I don't know why I keep saying I feel like it's your employer, but let's just double check. Yeah, it is your employer. Okay. Because I literally was like, that's definitely what I feel like, but I don't want to, like, you know. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Okay, and he's the owner of the company. That's literally what I was feeling completely. So it has me so stressed out. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is literally so clear to me right now what exactly the universe is saying. So just as, you know, we looked at our first card here is healing, ancestral work, and then the growing up thing, like the whole roller coaster of emotions, how it takes place in work, how he or she is the owner of the company. Then we're looking right here into the sacred waters. So we talked about how it's muddy and how I'm feeling that it's a muddy relationship, a very not straight and narrow. It's a roller coaster of emotions. So right here, it's relaxation, serenity. So what you need to do in order to continue on and continue in this relationship is you really need to replenish yourself. You need to take the time to care for yourself and to find health and find inner rest and self-care, just as the card sees it. I just want to make sure you guys can see that I'm just reading straight from the card here. So again, taking that nourishment, taking care of yourself here, allowing your needs to be, you know, to come first for you. You know, it's not bad. It's a good thing to take care of yourself and to love yourself. So often we are so into loving, you know, other people. And this is something I personally also struggle with. And let me know if any of you guys also have this too, like where I am, like, I'm very forgiving. I'm a very forgiving person. And, you know, I'm very, like, I don't want to be like, I'm so this and so that, but I am pretty forgiving. And I always like to see the best in people. But that can sometimes almost be an issue for me because it's like, I love all these people. I love, you know, so many people. And I believe here that it's like, I love all like these people, but then I don't always remember to love myself in a way. So I feel like and then Shelly, you just said there's no more relationship between us. I left the company. That's okay. That's exactly what I'm feeling, because since there is no relationship, it's your turn now for this nourishment. So it was like you were in this muddy state, right? This muddy roller coaster, and it was work. There was the growing up, the whole aspect of like, it was so muddy and so much pain for you. And now this is the time we're going from the mud to the clear water. And this is your time. Okay, Shelly. And that's kind of what I meant when I was saying, you know, loving yourself, taking that time for yourself. that's exactly what I'm saying here, because it's like, this is your time to nourish yourself and nourish your soul and to love yourself and and that's so crazy, because I know you said you were going through something health related, which again, I'm not, I can't necessarily, this isn't medical advice at all, but you were going through something health related. And literally the card itself says health. Like, do you guys see that? Like, I'm not, this is for real here. The card says health, which is crazy because you literally are going through a health issue. And so it's like wanting you to take care of your health. It's wanting you to take care of it's wanting you to rest. It's wanting you to nourish yourself because of this tumultuous, I feel like that's not even, like this relationship that was full of turmoil and full of roller coasters of emotions that cannot be healthy for us, and that cannot be healthy for us mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. It's not good for our health. So really the universe is trying to convey to you right now just to take care of yourself, to love yourself, and just to put yourself first and find that serenity and relaxation and peace. So I hope that kind of helped answer your question. I wanted to say thank you so much, Amy. There's a lot of people actually who very kindly just supported me. And thank you, Datfish Gal. Thank you so much. That honestly, everyone, thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Cianver. Like, thank you, everyone. Like, thank you so, so much for all of your support and love and kindness. Like, I just hope you feel like I'm literally transmitting my love to all of you right now. Like, I literally am. All of my energy, all of my love to everyone here who is, both the people who are, able to financially support, and just people who are able to provide support in, just being here with me today is honestly so meaningful to me too. So just everything, that you do is just so supported and appreciated. And I just love you guys so much. So Amy, I will get to your reading next. And it says, I've been through a lot in my life and my love life hasn't been exactly great because of the way it's affected my life. Will it get any better? Okay, so we are going to go through that with you today, Amy. And I'm so sorry that you have gone through so much in your life. I just want you to know that, I care about you, and that's why I'm going to do this reading today, to really help give you some clarity and peace here. So I'm going to, if that's all right, I'm going to write down a few things here, journal a few things. Right here, I'm going to write down your name, Amy. And I'm going to write down struggles, if that's okay, because that's kind of the word that is kind of, I'm seeing in my head. I'm seeing struggles in my vision. I'm seeing struggles, and I'm seeing, love. I'm seeing obviously the possibility of love, so okay, so let me share this piece off for you and I will show you. So I wrote this here, as you can see. This is and I'm going to just fold this twice for you. We're going to place this on the top of the deck today. And we're going to knock 3 times. Again, I'm called to knock, so. I'm just centering myself again, because again, doing readings sometimes can drain. I mean, I definitely, again, because I am an empath, like when I'm doing these readings with you guys, I love it because it is so emotional. Like, it's so amazing to be helping and to be, using any gifts that I've been given. Obviously, it's not me, it's all from God, the universe, whatever, necessarily you call the supreme, creator. It's all, it's all given to me. And the fact that I'm able to help you guys is so amazing. But one of the things that is something that I just like, it's like hard to explain to people, is like, I do feel like your guys' pain and, what you guys are going through. Like, I feel it, I take it in, I take it on. And that's kind of why I'm saying, like, if you're noticing here, I'm like, it's because, like, again, that energy is just like streaming through my body. Like, I'm really taking it in, taking in the situation, taking in, everything that I can possibly, just to give you guys the best readings possible. So, okay. This is your first card, definitely. Okay, so your first card here is This is really promising. Ooh, it almost fell. So this is your first card here. It's very promising, all right? Because it says sensuality. Ooh. Love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. So it's heating up in here. No, you're definitely, there's definitely some serious romance coming in your future. I mean, that's already very apparent. It's not going to be just any romance. It's not going to be either like the love that you're about to experience. Okay. It's not going to be just superficial, and it's not going to also be like, I don't know why this came to me right now. I feel almost that like any love that you've experienced thus far has been somewhat, I don't know if you've been really like just fully romanced in a way. If that does that, I don't know. Does that make sense to you, Amy? Like, I feel like the love that's awaiting you is going to be so like romantic and so like passionate in a way, and I feel like that's what is about to really occur for you. And oh, I'm seeing, oh, Amy says yes, that is fine, thank you so much for this. Oh, okay, yay, okay. And then Amy, so I feel like here again, like this love that you're about to, yeah, so the love, I know that is amazing, like you're about to really have this like very passionate love affair, like not affair as in like an affair, but an affair as in like it's not going to be like any like love that you see, like it's going to be one that's like super like emotion, passion, like very sensual, very love right here. There's going to be deep love. It's going to be devotion, um and just pleasure and ecstasy. So it's going to be a very erotic sort of love. So I mean, that's great. I mean, that's awesome. So I love that for you. Is it anyone I know already? Okay, so we can kind of see here too if that's something that the universe wants to send our way. So this is going to be your next card, Amy. So, okay, wow. Okay, so our next card for you, Amy, is the Rose of Venus. So it says alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. So you can literally see like this like confirms so much here to me, because again, like you see this couple, like them flowing in this energy, this love, like I almost believe that it's going to be the right relationship, as in like the next relationship you have is going to be the right relationship. It's going to be the one. Okay? Like this is big. This is serious. This is pretty heavy stuff. Like this romantic, deeply desirable, like this very like emotional, very loving relationship in this first card here. It's going to also be one that is on a soul level, and it's going to be one that is right. It's going to be like your soulmate basically is what's in the future for you. So I wouldn't worry about not finding your soulmate. I definitely feel like in these cards here we already can really see that not only is it going to be a very passionate love, but it's also going to be, the right time. Could it be an ex? Okay, so you know what? I will do another card for you to kind of, because I haven't gotten that yet. I haven't really gotten clarity on that yet. So let's pick another card and see if it's someone that necessarily is already someone or not. So I will try to provide more clarity there for you. Okay, so I already feel like this is the card that's calling to me here. Let's see. Okay, I cannot make this stuff up, guys. Guess what card the universe just like, guess what card? I'm sorry. Look at what card I just pulled. Look at what it says. The Return. After you just asked, could it be an X? That's the card we pull after you asked if it's going to be an X. Like, it's crazy. So it literally says The Return, and it says you decide, alignment, it's coming together. So, I mean, I feel like the card is pretty clear here that it's an X, okay? It's a return. It's going to come back together. It was, there was, and look at even right here, you can see like that passion is going to return. It's going to come together. And even all these cards really, because then this one says right here, right relationship. And it even has the similar rose theme here. And this one has the ecstasy, the sensuality aspect of it. So how crazy is that? That literally, I was like, is this going to be someone Is this going to be an X? And we literally pulled The Return as of the card. So that's just So cool. So I hope that helped you, Amy. That was a really cool reading. I always love, getting those straightforward answers like that. So I hope that that helped. And then, okay, so there's a few more. I do have to go pretty soon. I will take, okay. I still, you know what? I will do C Amber next, and then I will try and get to Dat Fish Gal and then Ebony right after. So C Amber, you said, hi, Megan. I would like to know if I should reach out to Ellie. We talked about her a couple of days. Do you think I should try to get back with her? Okay. So if I should reach out to Ellie. Should you reach out to Ellie? Should you reach out to Ellie? Should you try to get back with her? Okay. I'm right now, see, I have both piles here. I'm about to shuffle. And I am shuffling. Woo. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I love this so much. I definitely need to have lunch soon. I think I'm kind of thinking sushi. Do any of you guys like sushi? If so, comment if you like sushi. I'm kind of liking sushi, but last time I had sushi, which was like a few days ago, but it was like not that good. So I'm kind of like, maybe I should try to stop eating so much sushi. It's like kind of one of those things where I'm like, since it wasn't that good last time, maybe I can like break the habit. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm very big into sushi. So if anyone else is, let me know. What are you guys? Are you guys having dinner? Are you guys having lunch? What are you guys about to do after this little chat with me? Little reading time. What does it say? Yes, sushi. Yes, Rosalie. Yes, you know how it goes. Oh, and also, awesome. And then it says, Amy says, oh my gosh, I really, oh, and also Dat Fishka, that is so nice of you. Like, I love when we support each other with, what we're going through, because I feel like we all go through different things, and, just being able to support each other and build that community is amazing. And then, and then also really quickly, I wanted to say, Amy said, oh my gosh, I really hope so, because I feel so lost without a certain ex. Thank you for that reading. That was amazing. Well, thank you, Amy. Again, like, I just literally love, thank you so much, Amy. Thank you. And I'm so happy you enjoyed. And Rosalie, yes, she likes sushi. Yay. And then Dat Fishel, that was so nice of you to support Amy. And that's awesome that everyone is now commenting, what you guys are eating, what's going on with you. That's awesome. So back to, see, that's the thing too, is another thing I notice about myself is because, I definitely, I have so much energy always going with me. It's like I have to sometimes focus in that energy, I have to tell myself, like, we're focusing on this energy right now. So that's literally what I'm doing right now. So let's see. So, okay. So see Amber. So Ellie. We're getting back to Ellie. Do you think I should try to get back with her? Okay. I'm shuffling for a while here because, again, I just have to listen to my intuition. Okay, so this is, okay. I only felt like I needed to knock once, which again, okay, so, okay. So this is interesting. The first card I'm pulling for you, see, Amber, is the Rose Garden. So it says innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. So where I felt the most this message really resonated in the situation is be gentle with yourself, because I feel like you're almost like blaming yourself in a way. And let me know if this is true. I almost feel so much that like you think you did something, that like you almost are worried, like you're blaming yourself kind of for the current situation. Like you're blaming yourself for kind of the relationship overall and how it's kind of, you guys aren't talking right now. I have this very strong feeling that you're kind of tending to blame yourself for this and blame yourself for what's currently going on with you guys and how you guys aren't really talking. Yes, we got argument. That was kind of my fault. Okay. So you feel that, but honestly, I just feel like right now this really is saying that you need to be gentle with yourself. Just as it says, you can literally read here, it says, be gentle with yourself, okay? So see, Amber, I want you to be gentle with yourself, okay? We all make mistakes. But you know what? Another thing that just really just came to my mind very fully here is it says forgiveness, okay? So you said, that this was kind of my fault, okay? So honestly, this is what I think will happen. This is, okay, everything just became very, very clear for me right there. You basically need to apologize, but also, you should be gentle with yourself. Don't blame yourself too much, but take responsibility for where you went wrong. We all make mistakes. So again, I don't want you to tear yourself up too much, but I do want you to take responsibility and let her know, where you felt wrong and where you felt like you failed in that situation and how you could do better, and what you can do to do better going forward. And, oh, you have several times. Okay. But definitely there's an apology that needs to happen. There definitely is an apology that needs to happen in order to really attain this forgiveness with her, okay? And, I believe that forgiveness, though, and I believe that in this forgiveness can definitely, basically, your relationship can mend, is what I'm trying to say here. You can mend this relationship. I don't know necessarily time-wise what that will look like, but I do believe that this relationship doesn't mean it's over, okay? There is possibility for forgiveness. Do you think it's from her or both? Do you think it's from her? So do you think it's from her or both, like the forgiveness aspect of it? I think it's both in that way that like you need to be gentle with yourself, but you also need to fully, she's going to be able to forgive you. Like there's definitely going to be forgiveness from her side, but you also need to forgive yourself for making the mistake in the first place. So, and be gentle with yourself. So that will really help your relationship move forward. This whole aspect of forgiveness, of, acceptance and moving forward from our past mistakes. And then I'm going to draw another card for you. So okay. That's actually funny because I was going to pull this card, but I literally was like, I wanted to pull this other card actually. And then I didn't listen. Sometimes this happens to me too. I didn't listen to my intuition because I literally was like, no, pull the second card. And then I was like, no, I feel like I should pull. I literally, I don't know. I know that this is the right card. Okay. I'm going to pull this card. Okay. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So what does this really mean for you in the situation here? So you've been training for this for lifetimes. So it seems like this is kind of an affirmation here, in that forever you've been waiting for her in a way. Like it's like you've been waiting and you feel like you almost made a mistake in a way, and you kind of maybe did. But just as our first card shows us, you have to be gentle and find that inner healing within. And then forgiveness can ensue because, you have been waiting. And so, okay, this makes a lot of sense. You basically, it's not going to be easy pursuing her, okay? Right now, it's not going to be so easy, but the universe doesn't want you to give up. It says you've been training for this for lifetimes. You see that? It says you've been training for this for lifetimes. So you are not supposed to give up with this, okay? You are supposed to keep at it. You're supposed to keep persistent. Keep reaching for that light, which is her and your relationship, okay? And eventually you will reach that forgiveness. Eventually it will be okay and things will work out between you two. Once you do that inner work and once you are persistent in what you've been training for lifetimes, which is her, which is coming together with her, because she is your soulmate. So you have to be persistent here though, because again, you may have done something, I feel very strongly that you may have done something that hurt her in a way, and she needs time to heal from that, but don't let her, like, don't neglect her just because she needs that time as well. Just, continue to pursue her, be kind to her, be what she needs you to be is kind of what I'm feeling here. Be what she needs you and what she needs from you right now in any way possible. Maybe that's just a friend. Maybe that's just, a kind person who will bring her dinner sometimes. Don't feel like that's being too much. Like, she's going to appreciate that, and that's going to work out to your advantage because she's going to see that you are doing this inner work and that you are really working on yourself and working on changing for the better. And she's going to recognize that in you. Okay. She's going to see that you are, again, I don't want you to, because I feel like you have this tendency to very much like almost just blame yourself in a way, like you turn it inward. Instead, I want you to let go, and I want you to create that positivity and bring that inward and create that, being there for someone through everything, just continuing to pursue her, continuing to be what she needs you to be at this moment is going to be exactly how you guys will end up together. Okay. So again, does that mean that you're going to tomorrow be like lovers and, everything? No, it doesn't mean that, because again, the universe works on its time. It's divine timing. Okay. Not our timing, right? It's not how we want things to be sometimes, but it's for the better, and it's for the good, and it's for something that's beyond our understanding a lot of the time. So you're literally going to have to continue to pursue, continue to know the truth, and know that this is what's forward. Her and your relationship and that light is forward, but you have to be what she needs you to be at this moment. So I hope that really helped answer your question. And yeah, so I guess I'm going to end for today, but I am probably going to hop back on tomorrow or Sunday. So definitely make sure to, if you're not already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also subscribe to our email list as well, because I will also probably drop an email before, so you guys know when I do my next live reading. So, and I also probably will include it on our Instagram. So make sure you follow us there as well. But I had so much fun with you guys going live today. Oh, thank you. Oh, see, Amber said, thank you very much. Thank you. And said, very correct. True. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone here, like everyone that I was able to do a reading for, as well as just everyone who came and supported me and just supported this community of amazing souls. So I love all you guys so, so much. And seriously, again, like, you guys always just brighten my life, like brighten. I was not having the best day earlier. Oh, Alex, thank you for those hearts. I was not having the best day earlier. I was a little bit, having a sad, emotional day slightly, but this just honestly already made me feel 100,000 times better. So, it's not about me though, obviously. I just meant to say that you guys don't even realize how, you think that I'm helping you, which I want to, but you guys also helped me, because you just really made me feel so much better today, and just filled me with so much positivity, and just reminded me just how so many souls and so many kind people exist in this world, and that we just need to continue spreading our love and, spreading our light. So anyway, I'm going to go. Again, it's so hard to say goodbye to you guys because you guys are all so amazing, and I love all of you so much, but I will be back on either again tomorrow or Sunday. So definitely make sure to stay in tune for that. So love you guys. Bye.